Like spirit fingers. And we're live.
And we're live.
Oh,
Um, Hi.
I'm ready.
You
I'm
ready?
ready. I'm
Alright.
ready for this topic.
Alrighty. All right. Hi, y'all. Welcome to Single in
Yes.
the Coach. I am Ty the Matchmaker on all social media platform. Here with my co-host, Simply Bree, the
Yes,
single.
I am I'm single. I I am simply Bree, aka the single, and I am excited to have you guys joining us. Make sure if you're watching, let us know you're watching. Drop something down in the chat so that we know you're in the building.
What up, Chris?
What's up, Chris?
I
Life
love when our
coach Chris.
brothers come and support. So shout out to Coach Chris in the chat.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. So, first of all, let's start with the week. Let's ease in nice and gently. How was your week?
Okay,
Uh oh. When it starts
my
like
week.
that,
Yeah. No, my week was good. It was good. It was a good week.
hey,
I feel
Ray.
like the summers are weird because I work with teachers, so the
Mhm.
summers are really weird. But I'm
Yeah.
having fun. I am thinking about trips that I'm planning.
Okay.
And but this week, well, I'm telling you about my summer, but this week was it was fine.
Okay. So you said that you're planning trips. What's one location that you intend to go to before the year is up?
Okay, so a couple of things I want to do. I don't know if I'm gonna get to do all of them, but this is my summer list. I always have a summer list. So my summer list, I want to go to the Hamptons somewhere
Okay.
and have like a nice little like Hamptons weekend with girlfriends. I love the Poconos, and I've done this before where we get like a Airbnb in an area that's really like has like a lake or a trail or this or that, whatever. Just like to be in a Airbnb with my friends and chill out in the quietness and the nature
Oh,
that area has to, yeah, just like really like eat, like relax. So I want to do that. Then the plane, what I want to do is I want to take my niece to Puerto Rico. I know it's not like outside the country, but like I think it would be a fun like trip because I've never taken a trip on a plane with my niece. So oh, I think of that like those are the things I want to do. So, and I've been to Puerto Rico and I love Puerto Rico. It's like going to the Bronx, but like a little cleaner. So, you
once again, you guys, her name is Coach
know
Ty.
what?
That is where you can find her.
just send them after me.
Right there.
So
Oh
yeah.
my
What's up
gosh.
with you? How's your weekend? How was your weekend?
Oh, my week is going amazing. My weekend. So I've gotten to
I
that
mean
point.
weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, girl, it's
All
all the
that.
same. I've gotten to that point in life where I feel like I don't have to be everywhere. I don't have to go to every event that I'm invited to.
Mm.
Sometimes it's best to just chill, relax, and unwind. So the week itself was great. I have no complaints about the week. The weekend, oh my God, the weekend was cool. I went on the walking trail, seen this beautiful waterfall in Georgia with my homegirl. And then we went and we had some nice Greek food, very tasty.
I love Greek food.
Oh, it was amazing. And then I just came home and I chilled. That has been my mood. I'm going to say this past summer, it's just chilling. Like you, I do want to travel more. My son got a job at the airport. So, we get those flyer benefits and
Hey,
I need to put them to use. So, I don't know where to go. So, I'm going to leave this to the chat and to
I love
those
it.
who are watching the video. Where should I travel? And I might even do a live from there. I think that'll be cool.
That'd be cool. A vlog from there. That'd be fun. A
Yeah.
vlog from there.
Yes. So, but yeah, everything was great. So, for those of you who are just now coming in, shout outs to y'all. Ray says he definitely needs to travel more.
Hey, Ray.
Hey. And then Chris said, listen, a trip to Dallas and Jamaica has called my name. I got them booked. I felt that. See,
I
Chris
felt
explained.
so. Chris, let me ask you. Dallas is on my Dallas and Chicago, in addition to Puerto Rico, are on my list of like local places. So in Dallas, I want some good food. Where do I go?
Girl, I don't think they got any bad food in Dallas.
I know,
Or
right?
Texas, period.
Yes. Okay. Tell me where to go, Chris. Give me some rec in the chat. Anyway, sorry.
Yes. and also Jackson, if you watch this video, because I don't know if you're in here right now, but if you come back and watch this video, because you're in Texas, also let her know. I forget what part.
I mean, I'm feeling like he said what network
vacation.
I'm saying I'm just
vacation, like because I've done it before. We can do a meet and greet.
I'm just putting out. If y'all, what do y'all think? Just let us know. I'm just putting it out there.
That would be dope because everybody is down to travel. We'll even say he said what network and friends in case people like Ray want to tag along.
Yeah, we could just go to a nice restaurant and invite some of our friends and kiki.
Yeah, she said and kiki. Ray says I'm missing out on a cruise. My friends are all going next month. I'm not going. You know what?
Sorry.
Maybe this is just your time to count it out. Like, just sit down somewhere. Maybe you're doing the most emotionally or mentally, and you just need to relax.
Just fine.
That's so funny. Okay. There's no bad places in Dallas. Yeah. Go to Deep Ellum. They have strips of restaurants. See, that sounds like a bad idea. That sounds like you need to walk around with like gas X and all types of stuff in your pocket because
oh my gosh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm so looking forward. Texas is definitely high on the list for sure.
Let me know when you go to Texas because I might try to come out there and meet you.
Yeah, let's go.
That'll be dope. All right. So right man, wrong package.
That is our topic for this evening. And this came out this topic. I chose this topic because this whole week I was looking on social media. So Married at First Sight, which is one of those shows that I really love and enjoy, they have a new season, and in that new season there is a woman named Nikki, and they paired her up with a gentleman that she made it painfully clear that she is not physically attracted to him, but he has everything else that she asked the matchmakers for. So he is a good on paper guy. That's what we call a good on paper guy. Has everything you want. All the values, attributes, the education, the this, the money, the checks all the boxes. But physically is not your type. So what do? So this woman goes on the show, and the thing about the show is it's called Married at First Sight. So you are taking a risk, right? Yeah. As someone who is a matchmaker, we are not we're not genies. You know what I mean? We're not Santa. We can't give you exactly what you want. Our job is to give you something close to what you want, right? And so I feel like the matchmakers did that for her. But I mean, this season is new. It's a new season, so we don't know how things end up. Maybe, whatever. And we'll have that conversation later on. But
do you want to play the clip?
Yeah, so let me play the clip. So just to give you all context about the background, and then now we're gonna go play the clip. And this clip shows the first time when she sees her new husband to be.
Are you ready to meet your bride?
I'm so ready.
Please stand.
That
That
was
was
painful to
rough.
watch.
That was
That was
rough.
that was very rough. So what are your initial reactions when you seen that? Because I did not see it until you sent it to me.
Yeah. I was like, I thought it was, I felt so bad. I don't know if anyone else caught it, but she was so not attracted to him that she didn't even know it was him. She was just like,
Yeah.
where is he? That's why I don't know what I'm doing. What am I gonna? Because it can't be him. Because that was her, like the attitude she projected. And it's like,
Yeah.
ouch, And I don't know if he felt, because that person is standing right in front of you. Um, so I don't know if he felt that or heard that or like, clicked. But that was the first thing. I'm like, ooh, okay, she is not attracted to him. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. What are
You
your thoughts
know,
when you first saw it?
so I immediately knew this was going to be one of those situations where easily he's going to be more into her than she is into him.
Hmm.
It's obvious. Like I feel like when he's seen her, he felt like he hit the jackpot. Not knowing, regardless of how good of a guy he may be, what all he has going on for himself, none of that matters in these type of situations. And so I really felt bad for him because it was very awkward. Like I said to you, even in text message, she was looking at him like he was the ordained minister, like he was the one that was going to be marrying her and her husband. So that was crazy.
That
That
was
was
rough.
crazy.
All right. Well, I would say this. So the conversation I kind of want to just like explore or decode is about physical attraction. Is that something you can get over? So I'll start with like my experience as a matchmaker. And shout out to the dudes that I to the dudes. Shout out to dude. Shout out
My
to the
homies.
guys, the gentlemen, the amazing men I met today at the bar. Um, we had this conversation before I came and recorded before I came here, and one of the conversations I had with them was about physical attraction, and I was telling them how in my line of work and matchmaking, I find that men have, when it comes to physical attraction, men are a lot more willing to give some space and leeway. Like, oh, I don't really like girls who do this, but you know what I mean? They'll actually they don't really even have a type in like when they see it, they know it, but they when I do intake with men, they don't give me a laundry list. Women do. Women give me a laundry list. It's and I find that to be very interesting because men are way more willing to give some space and leeway and date and get to know someone that they may not initially be um, physically attracted to than women are. That's just what I experience, and I want to hear your thoughts about it.
So men are visual creatures. They're very physical. I feel as though men go off of physical when they first see a woman. Um, Before they even get the opportunity to learn about her. I don't think men care too much whether she has a master's degree, a bachelor's in science, or they don't care about
Mm,
none of that stuff. They do care about your physical appearance and how you look, and I do understand that it can be a telltale sign of how well you keep up yourself. But I think that both men and women, I won't say it's equal, But when it comes to attraction, the physical is always going to be the first thing that they go off of. You know, I don't know too many women out here that might approach a what's his name? Um, what's the Flavor Flav? I don't know a lot of women who might approach the not so physically attracted guys, right off the rip and give them the chance. But I also know that men aren't going to openly give women who are not as attractive a chance right out the gate either. So I do feel like both parties, both genders play a role in selecting off of physicality and not diving a little bit deeper to get to know the person within.
Okay. Do you think one or how do you think one gender, I think men give more grace when it comes to things that they are, let me back that up. I feel like men don't, their list it just isn't that long. I don't even know. I'm trying to find a good word to say, the good way to phrase it, but like that's it. Their list just isn't as long as women's lists are. Not, and it doesn't mean that one is bad or the other. A list is a list is a list.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like men's lists are so, like when I'm matching, I first have to match women's needs first, and then it's kind of like the woman is looking for 20 things and the man only wants 5 things, so it's easier for me to get the man's 5 things and match it with the woman's 5 things, and then work my way down than it is the opposite way, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying, I just feel like, and I'm not saying it's bad that women just seem to have more needs, wants, and the list gets longer. A lot of time is duplicate. It's like, I'm a man who loves and listens to that. I was like, okay, well, that's under the heading of X, right? Like,
Right.
women are just more like there's just a lot more needs. I don't know.
I kind of wonder the things that women tend to need, and you can tell me this based on your clients. The things that women tend to need or desire in a man are things that they themselves have as a woman, as far as, maybe education status or the amount of children or the amount of money that they make. I feel like when you're asking for or you're trying to build a certain type of person, sometimes you actually have that yourself. You're not just reaching in the sky or reaching into a jar of hope and wishes. Now, is that something that you see with your clients as far as the women on the laundry list that they want? Do they possess that stuff?
About 90% of it.
Mm-hmm.
The other stuff is just like the 10%. To be fair, the 10% is a wish list.
Yeah, superficial.
Yeah, it's superficial. It's weak, and it's just like I can't, like, that's a, and I feel like when I talk to men, there really isn't a wish list. There's like they go straight to the point. Like,
what is it that men ask for? What's typically on their wish list?
Yeah, great question, because I just had this conversation at the bar, so it's fresh in my head. So the guys were like, she has to have a job. Okay. She has to. He said be juicy. So
okay.
What that means to you, right?
Okay.
And the third one was, if she can cook, I'd like for her to cook, or at least make sure there's food for me to eat.
Okay. Oh, so why haven't they found that?
Right. So much like, so remember your live with Jackson, Coach Jackson. Yeah. Shout out to Let's Be Honest. Let's be honest. Check it out. A new show. But like there was that like part in the show where one of the commenters talked about standards,
Mhm.
and I was like, "What are the standards?" It was like
Right, I remember you saying
baby
that.
mama and da da da. And I was just like, "Well, those sound like regular stuff." This is what I'm talking
Right.
about. Like men act for like they go straight to the point, like sex,
Yeah, you said
food,
credit
and have a
score,
drug, right? Like it's just like,
401k.
right, and women have that too on their
Mhm.
list, and then everything.
Yeah. So okay, so I'm gonna play devil's advocate because I find it very hard to believe for a man to have a very small list and not a very basic general starter kit
Yeah,
list and not be able to find the woman that possessed that. I feel like now in this generation, depending on how old the guy is, you can close your eyes and throw a rock and hit somebody that has all of that, which leads me to believe there's more that you're looking for that you're not saying. And I do, like I said, I feel like it's the physicality because if it wasn't the big boobs, big butt, all of that stuff, women would not be going to get surgery to look a certain type of way. They're trying to modify themselves to look more desirable based on what, and it could just be delusion, based on what they feel men want. But like I said, going back to my original statement, those three basic things, and they can't find someone, there's more to it than what they're actually telling. That's how I feel.
yes, there is more to it, and the more to it isn't that. What I see is that the more to it is actually it kind of is what you're saying. It is physical, but they're not connecting it. The
Mhm.
more to it is Sally and Janice can have all of the like accolades, but of course if Janice looks better,
Mhm.
Janice is going to get more from him. What
Mhm.
I'm seeing on the ground in these streets is that they're going for the Instagram models, the influencers. They're going for those, and then they're applying the standard to those women who don't even meet those standards, and
Right.
she doesn't, right? So the
Right.
Instagram model is not trying to work, so don't
Right.
go tell her to work. Right, she needs you, right? So you can't tell me you're looking for somebody who has a job and then you're sleeping with somebody who doesn't have a job and trying to make her into a housewife,
Right.
right? And the only reason why you're giving her your time and your energy or trying to make it work with her is because she's hot.
Yeah.
So it's a difference. It's a difference. Like men will get into it, but then women won't even. On the flip side,
Mhm.
women won't even go on a date with a guy if he has everything she wants, but he don't look right. Because
Right.
in that video, when we saw, like, if she was to meet that same guy
Yeah.
having at like a conference, and
Mhm.
she already knows she has like all the all the things that are what's the word I'm looking in common with him,
Mhm.
you know what I mean, she gets to know him or whatever, she met him at a con, I think she still would bypass him.
Right.
And maybe go for Mick Dreamy, the doctor, who
Mhm.
looks even better than him, because whatever. So, but he has everything she wants, and
Yeah.
that hot doctor may not have the emotional intelligence that she actually
Right.
needs
She's
and
willing to
wants.
sacrifice some of those
Right. So
things.
there's
Yeah.
a lot of I feel like men will date anybody in the beginning, but will
Mhm.
spend more time and energy trying to make it work with the woman who he knows isn't great, but she's hot.
Mhm.
And then on the flip side, women won't even try to go on a date with a guy who may not be that hot, but does
Yeah.
that make sense? Like
Yeah, it does. I feel, and then we can go into that second video
Yeah.
where they show the similarities and what they have in common and why they feel these two are a perfect match
Right.
because it makes sense. What I was going to say is, even I think the thing is with women can have a laundry list of things that they want in their particular guy, but that laundry list is something that they're willing to compromise on too. I don't think a lot of women are like, oh, if you don't have this, I'm not dealing with you. Because I've seen and I have friends and I know women who are like, you know, he might not be the best looking, but he has this. He doesn't have this, but he has this. So I think that a lot of the times women use these laundry lists to filter out guys that they're willing to compromise for. It's a tricky game, but you know, it is what it is. Get the cats ready. All right.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get into this second video.
Thought into things.
Mm-hmm.
Your gift today,
Yeah.
which was incredible.
You liked it? You liked
I
it?
bawled.
What?
Yeah, you touched me really deeply. It was so thoughtful. We were matched for a reason. So
We were matched for a reason. I feel similar. When you said in your vows that you were curious, that's my number one word. I learn
Curiosity.
something new every day, whether it be through a neuroscience podcast or through.
I was a neuroscience major.
Are you
freshman year.
serious?
I switched to clinical psych, but neuroscience was my first.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a brain science nerd too.
Oh my goodness. I'm always talking to my family about dopamine and adrenaline and epinephrine and like.
I love that.
The
Well, you are a
ways that-
doctor, so like you
Yeah.
probably have all the terms. I'm probably fumbling through said terms, but you
Well,
know.
I am like an education doctor, to
Okay.
be clear.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's been a little lonely because like I was very intentional about like the last year of shutting out every non-potential person out of my life. I was like, you know, if you ain't a 10 out of 10 on all the things, then I'm not here for it. And I would always settle for like, okay, I'll take a 10 intellectually, but then I'm not attracted to her. Or she's so fine, but then we have nothing to talk about. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to get it all. I don't know how. And you're here.
Oh, thank you. It's such a pleasure to
Yeah.
meet you.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same.
And to marry you.
And to marry you.
I'm crossing my fingers. for
She was like, oh, when he was like, and then I met you. She's like, oh, he's talking about me. Like,
them. Yeah. I love that.
He's going to have to, what do they say, wear on you or something? Like she's just
Weigh
gonna
her
have
down.
to get she's gonna have to get used to him. And it's unfortunate, but I feel like
Okay, can we like? I don't want to put like Sean on the spot here. But I think he's a handsome man.
he is.
Okay, I'm just saying. I don't know what the problem is.
I don't know what
like,
she's looking for. It makes you wonder, like, what does your exes look like? Like, who have you been dating out here?
I think it's his height. I'm not gonna lie.
How tall
and
is
that's
he?
and that's a thing that I find in my profession too.
How tall is he?
He's 5'6".
Oh.
See, see, this is why. This is what I'm talking about. You
I can
are
do that. I'm 5'9". I can do that. I can see if I was like
well,
5'4",
a lot of
5'2".
women ask for men who are at least taller. This is what they say. I want a man who's at least taller than me. Okay, well, you're 5'1", he's 5'5". He's taller than you. No, they won't do
You
it.
see that a lot on Pop the Balloon because they will be like, oh, they're like 5 foot, okay, at fun size. And then he's like 5'11". They're like, oh, he's not tall enough. What?
Yeah.
How tall does he need to be?
And this is what I'm talking about. Women make it really hard for them to even start. Like they have so much to even like get through
Listen, let me tell you
to even
something.
sit. Like she literally had to go and marry at first sight to meet the guy who meets all like
Everything.
there's a scene where she sits, they show you she sits with the therapist and and coach and talking about like what she wants and what she's
Yeah.
looking for, and she's going down her list and income. They were like, well, what's the income? She was like 250 to 300, and he was like, okay, what's the minimum you would accept? She said 250, and he said, well, the average American makes 64. Like, if he has everything you want, that's a different
Why get
conversation
hung
for a
up in
different
the
day.
money?
Well, I used to say that same thing, and then I had to learn my lesson.
Mm,
Because Cheryl Underwood, the comedian,
yeah.
I was watching her on a podcast, and she made like such a good point, because I too was always like, it doesn't matter if he makes more, if he makes less, as long as he's secure, blah blah blah. Still true. I still believe that. But Cheryl brought up a good point on the podcast. She said when she's dating a man, she lets him lead in every way, and that means financially. So she said, and I was like, I want to I want to hear your thoughts about this. It's like, that's fascinating. Then she goes, and what that means is, if he's making 64, then we're living on a budget of 64.
Mm,
Don't worry about my 250. You're leading. Let's live on your budget. Give me what you can, provide what you can with what you have. And I'm just like, I thought that was very interesting. And I was like, maybe, and I reverse engineered it, and I said, well, maybe that's why a lot of women are like, no, I don't want to live on a 64 budget, because I
right.
know what it looks like to live on a 250 budget, and I like the 250 budget
Yeah. Yeah.
better, right? So if I have to let you lead in order to navigate, situate that like ego, whatever, if you're
Right.
not that, we, as much as men say, oh, they don't have, they do have, and also they do have a hang up, and if they don't have a hang up, I'm sorry, I'm looking at them differently, because I'm like, are you just happy with just
Anything.
just her paying every, like that? That's also uncomfortable for me, but it's not
Yeah.
about me. It's about y'all. So,
Yeah.
so I thought that was a very interesting point, that when women say they don't want to date a man at a certain income, that's a really good reason why. Because it's like,
Mhm.
I've been living on this income, and I want to always make sure that you lead and feel like you're the man, you're providing and doing all of that. So we're going to live off your income.
Right.
And if your income is lower tthan my income, that makes me uncomfortable. Then there's the
Right.
disconnect there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'll shut up. Let me hear your thoughts, because
I do.
I was fascinated.
I never thought of looking at it like that. Because, the way that I was brought up, of course, my father was head of household, and, my mom, she helped pay the bills, but she didn't have to pay the bills, right? If her job, what she did was taking care of us, making sure we were good, making sure when he came home, he had a meal on the table, the old fashioned, upbringing. So now to think about it, it's like, if I was to, I never really asked a guy how much money he makes. I never really consider that, because maybe this is just me. I'm like, can you just get past the basics? Like, I'm sitting here filtering you out based off of how much money you make, but I might not even be talking to you in the next 3 months. So is that really important right now? People lose jobs all the time. He can make $250,000, and y'all start getting to know each other and dating, and then he loses his job. Then what? You
Yeah.
like him, you like where this is going. What happens? Do you start talking to him now because he's not making that amount of money? Or he has to take another job in order for him to at least have some type of income, but it's not 250? Because then that feels like your interest is based on conditions. So
Mhm.
I myself, I never really pay attention to the whole income thing, because I'm looking for a solid compatibility. Do you make me smile? Do you make me feel special? Do I think of you when I wake up in the morning? Do I think about you when I go to bed? I'm looking at the very general things. I feel like if we are dating based off of the caliber of the person, then I can see an even stronger challenge in finding the right one for you. And I can see where this topic, right man, wrong package, really comes into play because now you're using things that can always change as the strongest filter to determine if this is someone for you or not. And I'm not saying settle, but understand that, people just give people grace. People are going to be people. People have their own issues. That man can make $250,000 and be paying a student loan for the rest of his life, and that takes up a chunk of his pay. So that's just me, though.
That makes sense.
I wanted to go back to a comment because Ray, I ain't let you out the bag with this one. So Ray had said this comment earlier when we were talking about the list that men have, like what's on that list, because it can't be something as little as working, being able to cook, stuff like that, and you still ain't found nobody. And so Ray's comment was, it's a simple list, but the problem is women view a lot of what men want as a form of slavery.
What?
I told you I was not going to let this one slide.
Wait,
as a form of slavery. I am curious as to what he means by that.
Yes, Ray.
Now, I will say this while we wait for Ray to elaborate. I will say this. I kind of cringe when I hear a guy say something about, oh, she got to know how to cook. Because, okay, if she knows how to cook, then what? Are you expecting her to cook for you? At what point in a relationship is she supposed to be cooking for you? Because for me, if you're not my man, if we're not in an exclusive relationship and we're, if we're just getting to know each other, I'm not going to be cooking for you. So why me knowing how to cook? Why is that applicable at this point?
At what point do you cook for a guy when you're in a relationship?
When I'm in a relationship, I mean, hell, we can be exclusive this week and not at this
you
point.
Cooking this week? Okay. As soon as it's clear that we're in a relationship, I don't mind cooking for
us.
You. Okay.
Like,
gotcha.
I mean, I'm not gonna be cooking like Sunday meals for you. But if I cook a Sunday meal, I might make you a plate. It's a difference. Cooking for you versus providing what I've cooked for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've done that. I've done that with someone, even recently when someone I was getting to know. But that's me. I'm not going to cook for you. You can't tell me, oh, I like this and I'm going to make it for you. No. But if I've cooked something and, I want you to try my food, I'm gonna bring you a plate. Like, because I know I can cook. But that part always makes me cringe when guys say, oh, she got to know how to cook. Because then it should be fair for us to say that we want you to provide. We want you to be a provider. It's fair.
No, to be fair, I don't think I've ever heard a man push back on the providing. Like, I've never heard a man say, you want me to provide? Oh my God. Like,
girl.
You have?
You don't be seeing them. Oh, you, girl, I don't know where your algorithm is at.
In the healthy
guys
space.
Are always complaining. Guys are always complaining about being a provider on social media. Always.
Give me one example. What do you mean by is it all right? Let me hear what.
I think because what I've seen with guys when they do complain is that, oh, so I have to take. That's why they don't want to date a woman that got kids, because then they got to provide for her and the kids. On top of if they have their own children. So I got to pay the bill. You want me to pay the bills and do this, that, and the third, but you don't want to work, or because, that's when women are talking about they don't want to work. They want someone that can take care of them.
Well, I would complain too.
I I mean, but the thing is,
Like, I don't blame him.
the thing is, right? You can't want old school lifestyles in the modern time. Like, if we're gonna be old school, we're gonna be all the way old school. Oh, you want me to cook and clean and do all of that? Okay, then that means I'm not working. I'm gonna be at home. I'm gonna be providing for the household in that sense, but I'm not working. I'm not paying no bills. You're gonna pay the bills. I'll feed you. I'll F you. I'll take care of the kids. It's like you can't mix modern and old school ways. It's one or the other.
Okay.
That's just me.
Okay.
All right. So Ray says, I've seen women on many podcasts say any acts that man Ray say something about acts that man has is any
Okay,
acts that a
he
man
he
has.
said, hold on. He said, I've seen on many podcasts say any ask that men has is a slavery. If he asks you to cook, hear him, love him, etc. Okay, so I think he's kind of like saying the same thing that you're saying, but just for the men. That's okay. I figured it out, right?
She decoded it.
Yeah, exactly. Hashtag decode. No, but I think he's saying the same thing that you're saying, but like for the men, like women are like, oh, I gotta cook, I gotta hear him, I gotta love him. That sounds like a. I'm sorry, ladies. That sounds like a very low lift, as opposed to I gotta work, make the money to cover not all the bills, not some of the bills, because apparently you don't want to work because so I get. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to like. I have to stick up for my brothers here. They really don't ask for that much. It's just I don't think they understand how to communicate it. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's what it all boils down to.
I think it's the communication.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with you because I was getting ready to. Like,
you about to get me? Ooh.
What? But at the end of the day, it definitely boils down to communication because I feel like what a man wants versus the way that he communicates that might not be in a way that a woman can digest it and not take offense to it or look at it like slavery. So I think it's all about the way that you're wording it, the way that you are having that conversation, and when you're having that conversation. When are you telling her that you want her to cook? Is it during an argument? Because at that time she done checked out, sweetheart.
Now it sounds like slavery.
You don't clean.
You don't cook. You don't cook. Cook now. That sounds like slavery.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, it's when you communicate and how you communicate. That's a great point, Bree. I want to have a conversation about that. Like when is like finding the right talk. When we talk about communication, not only like what you say and how you say it, but when you say it.
Yes.
When is a big time? Like certain people don't want to hear things at certain times. Like this isn't the good time for you to give me. Like I used to do that with an ex. I used to give him a dissertation. Like I think I mentioned it on one of our podcasts while he was playing his video games. It's just like he's like, I'm not listening to you. This is it, right? So
I'm hearing orders in my ear talking about flank left, and you talking about.
Right. And I'm like, you don't love me. You don't listen to me. That's not fair. That's not fair. So it's not only about what you say and how you say it, but when you say it. I think we need to have that conversation about when we're talking to each other. That's a great point.
Interesting enough, I actually did a video on my TikTok and I had asked that question. And it was weird because it was like, I didn't think people...
I saw that.
Yeah, I didn't think a lot of people...
Yes, go ahead.
I didn't think a lot of people would understand where I was coming from with that. And so I did use my son as an example. And the question was, when is the best time for you to have the discussion on something that you're concerned about or friendly disagreements? When is the best time? Mm-hmm. And so I wanted to read off these answers that I got in the comments because
Yes, let's hear it.
when you listen to them, it literally makes the disagreement conversation sound like a job. Okay. So one, I'm just gonna just run through them.
Mhm.
Not the same thing happened to me. It was 8 a.m. and one of them kept yelling, "It's 8 a.m." Oh, so backstory, sorry. I brought the question up because it was 7:30 in the morning. I'm getting ready for work, and there's a couple in the parking lot having a disagreement. And I'm saying to myself, it is too early for all of that. Like, you gotta wait. You're gonna mess up my day. So some people, okay, some of the responses catch me close to business. For me, as soon as it's an issue, bring it to me. I would do it at a time when he is the most attentive with no distractions. Talking could be at any time. However, it's knowing if the person is a night or morning person. That matters. Definitely not the first thing in the morning. That's the time to set the tone and intention for the day. This one right here is shout out to my friend Janelle. I love this one. She says, not at 8 a.m., after dinner, but not before bed. Not on the weekends either. That took me out. But I get it. You don't want to have a disagreement on the weekend because now my whole weekend is messed up. So when do you have that conversation?
Great question. That's what communication is for. Hey, Bree, I have something I really need to talk to you about. Um, it'll take, a couple of, I'll need an hour of your time, or this is something really serious that I need your full attention on. When is a good time that we can talk this week?
And hearing that in my head, it clicks and it says, oh, this is something important. Because to bring it to me instead of just coming out and saying it, that means that you've thought about it. And I really need to give my undivided attention. So depending on, when when they bring it up, it could be, hey, let's talk
No,
about it.
what if I text you that?
Oh Lord,
like,
I'm gonna pick up the phone and call.
Okay, I was gonna say, but like that's how you know when the right time is you have to ask the person. Yes. Hey Bree, when is the right time? I want to have a serious conversation about X.
Yes.
When is a good time to talk?
Yeah.
And then you tell me. Do you like if I were to say, if someone you were dating, talking to in a relationship needed to have a serious conversation with you, how would you, is texting you that they want to have a serious conversation, calling you, how do you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm a caller. You have to talk to me over the phone because my mind will run wild through a text. And then what would frustrate me is if I call you and you don't answer.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's the worst.
Because now I'm like, what's going on here? Like, what's about to happen? Like, are we breaking up? Are you okay? Did I do something wrong?
Yeah.
So no, don't.
So if I call you and I'm like, hey girl, well, I mean, what's up, girl? What up, babe? Whatever. Like, I want to talk to you about something serious. It's really important. I need your undivided attention. When is a good time to call you?
Right now, because I ain't.
You want to have but that's the thing, right? Like, what if the person doesn't want to have the conversation right now, but they want to like as soon as you want to? It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we're talking about like time of day, what if I call you at like 6 and you're cooking dinner and you're about to have dinner with your son? Is that a good time to have this conversation? Or
no,
maybe
I would then tell them, give me a couple of minutes and I'll call you back.
Okay.
But that's the other thing. Don't lead me on with this discussion and you're not ready to have.
Got it. So call me and tell me you're ready to talk when you're and be ready to talk.
Yes. Okay. And on top of that, it makes me think,
you want to talk, be ready to talk.
You have to know your partner, because if you don't know your partner, if you sit here and you call me and you're like, yeah, I got something important that I want to talk to, it's been bothering me, but I'm gonna call you later when I get off work. What? you should know, okay, if it's something important, that's the conversation that I'm going to probably want to have at that moment. If you know my schedule, then you know, okay, she's working, so let me just give it some time and wait until she gets off and she's not dealing with her son. That's that type of thing. I mean, you can even ask for, hey, what you got going on right now? How's your day?
Yeah,
How
is
are
this
you
a good time to
feeling?
talk? Okay,
I've
okay.
been thinking about this and I wanted to talk to you.
Fair enough.
What about you? Okay, wait. Am I texting you? Do you like to have a serious conversation?
Honestly, I need to prep. I'm a prepper. I'm the opposite. I'm the prepper. I need to prep.
Yay.
Yeah, text me and let me know. Let's like tell me. I'll tell you a time frame. Like, hey, let me know when you can talk. Like, text me and say, let me know when you can talk. Get in touch. Like, don't say that. Yo, don't say that. Because I used to do that to my ex, and he'd be like, you need to after that sentence, you need to tell me if this is serious or not. He's like, because with
Right.
because I am like that. I am the person that would be like, let me know when you can talk, and it'd be nothing. It'd be nothing serious.
Oh,
And he
Lord.
told me he's like, yo, I'd be on edge all day, thinking something happened, and you just be like, oh, can you go to the grocery store? And it'd be something so like, oh. So he's like,
Bruh.
if you're the kind of person you just like quick, because I'm more like quick text, you need to follow up with, it's not serious. Call me whenever you
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Or I there's something serious I want to talk to you about. Let me know when you can chat. Or let me know when you can chat. I need da 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 da. Tell me the
Yeah.
unserious thing topic
Yeah.
so I know. Oh, it's unserious. Okay, whatever. So
Oh
yeah,
my
and then with
gosh.
me, yeah, if you want to talk about something serious to me, hey Taina, let me know when you can chat. Same thing. I think with him, I learned that. Same thing. Just kind of let me know what it's about, the
Like the
broad
meat and the
topic.
potatoes.
Yeah, the broad topic, so I can orient myself before I before I get into that, or at least have a framework of what we're talking about.
Right.
Because not knowing, being unprepared makes me anxious,
Mm-hmm.
and just dropping stuff on me. I'm like, I don't even get to think, and the
Right.
first thing that comes out of my mouth is gonna come out of my mouth, and
Mm-hmm.
you may not like it. So let me think about it for a minute. So give me some time.
Yeah.
Like, give me at least 5 minutes. Even if it's like, do you have time to chat in 10 minutes? Like, that alone will, like, it gives me
Yes.
transition time. That's what I
Right.
call it, transition time mentally. So that's how I
Yeah.
like it.
And see, that's why we say you gotta know your partner. You
Yeah.
have to pay
You have to
attention
ask people
to
these
your
things
partner.
though. And I don't think those things are questions people ask in relationships. But now I think we need to start like making it a thing that we ask. So like, how do you like to da 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 get bad news?
What's
you
your
know.
fighting style?
Or
I've had
something.
a topic like that in the past. What's your fighting style? Like, how do you fight?
Yeah.
Do you go silent? Are you a yeller? Do you like to be physical? Are you emotional? Do you need some time to yourself?
Yeah.
Like, those are really, instead of what do you like to do when you're, free? No, like, you eventually need to have those conversations because you might be talking to someone who's physical. Like, they like to beat you up first. Like, you know what I'm
Ask questions
saying?
later.
Right, So Ray says anything important or serious, we are talking on the phone or face to face, period. Yes.
Face to face.
I love, if I can definitely do a face to
I
face,
prefer
I'm
face
all
to
for
face
it.
too. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because
Absolutely.
I need to read the body language. Like, I need to see you. I don't want to do no FaceTime. I need to see you in person. Like, I need to, see if you reading off of cue cards. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
interesting.
Reading off of cue cards.
Listen, girl.
Chat GPT.
Right. Chat GPT can't help you at that point. So okay, well, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up.
Yeah,
Any
girl.
final words of advice you have for people in regards to right guy, wrong package?
Listen, lists are good. I don't I don't recommend anyone to settle. I'll never tell you to settle, but I will say where you can give some wiggle room and grace, do so. And
Mm,
that's all I got.
yeah. Let me see what I got for you guys. Big things come in small packages. Wait.
Ew. Sorry.
I mean, listen, right? We all have a form of attraction. We have a certain type. And sometimes those types that we're going for are the reasons why we're single. So be more open minded, get to know someone outside of the physical, and, find the similarities that you guys have, because it could truly be like love at first sight without the sight. It could just be love. But you gotta step outside your box. Do something different. Try something else.
Try something different.
Yes. So with that being said, Ty, you wanna go first? Or you want me to go?
I'll go.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us in this conversation. Please share, like, and subscribe. We love to hear your thoughts about this topic. What do you think? Can you get past the physical? Are you able to do that? What's on your list? Um, and have you ever dealt with that situation? So just keep the conversation going in the chat. I am Ty, Coach Ty. You can reach me on all social media platforms at Ty the Matchmaker. And we look forward to chatting with you and keeping this conversation going every 2 weeks, Sundays, 7:30. Looking forward to talking more with y'all.
And if they want to be a guest,
Oh, and if you want to be a guest, reach out to us. We want to chat with y'all. We want to talk to you. So if you want to be a guest, reach out to the He Said What Network. Tell us what you want to talk about, and we'll, book you, and you could come hang with us live on the podcast.
yes. All right, you guys. It is your girl, Simply Bree. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate each and every one of you who have tuned in. Do us a favor. Please go ahead and like this video if you enjoyed the conversation. Drop your comments down. Let us know. Have you ever experienced a shortcoming where you were everything that someone was looking for? You just wasn't their type? Because it happens. Find me across all social media at I am Simply Bree. Feel free to reach out to me if you have, any type of networking opportunities. If you're looking to have your product or services advertised on the network. And also definitely check out the website, he said what network.com, where we have our shows listed. And currently, right now, what we got going on is, of course, we have Single and the Coach with myself and Coach Ty. And then on Wednesdays, every other Wednesday, we have Let's Be Honest with myself as well as Jackson. So please make sure you check those out. Support us. We are doing this for you. It is not for us. We just enjoy being the messengers here. So with that being said, we appreciate you guys. And until next time, we will catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.